YouTube, good evening. It's daytime. I finally did it. I finally came on live while there was still daylight. Super foggy day today. I'd show you the view, but you wouldn't see anything. So, okay, 23rd March, 369, the 36-9, double date numerology. Such a powerful combination, the 3, 6, and the 9. It's you could do your own research. I'm sure you'll find a lot of videos online that shows you the magic and the potency of and the uniqueness of the number 9. And 9 represents the end of a cycle, simultaneously starting a new one. And so today has been a day of really exercising firm boundaries and having that discernment and leading with the heart, with the intuition, as to having the clarity with the wisdom gained from the full cycle. What are the things that are in harmony and alignment to the direction that you're choosing to go forward in? And what are the things that are out of alignment that needs either addressing, processing, needs to be dealt with, or it needs to be let go completely? And so, yeah, end of cycles are always challenging. But as I'm speaking by breakdown in numerology, I'm coming from, and especially because I do it late in the day, I'm able to gather the information of what I experienced in the day that's reflective of the energetics that govern that day. And it's only in this moment of retrospect do I actually pay any attention to it. During the day, it's like only if certain things really pop up, then it catches my attention. But at the start of the day, I'm a little mindful of things that come into my field, thoughts, ways of thinking, being that come into my field that go against what my heart is really trying to move forward in. And so really it's a matter of building that relationship with yourself and understanding when it is the heart that speaks, when it is your intuition, versus when it is your mind that speaks. What I'm starting to learn is anytime your mind or anytime a voice in your mind, in your brain, starts to come up with logical reasons to convince you into doing something or convince you out of doing something, then it's essentially going against what the heart truly desires. And so that's a little trick that I've sort of picked up on just through self-observation. And I think that might help. You know, it's easy to say, follow the heart and get out of the mind and follow the heart. But like, yeah, what does that really mean? Like, how do I practically do that? And so that's something that I've learned just through observation and journaling and writing down resistances that I notice towards doing something. These resistances are things that are building up, especially because it's the end of a cycle with the 9. These are things that are building up more prevalently right now because it needs to be dealt with. It needs to be processed, it needs to be addressed. If there are boundaries that need to be held with people in your life or within yourself, that needs to be exercised today. Just be wary of carrying all this baggage that we choose to ignore and not deal with it. And it accumulates, and then every cycle ends, and it's just more and more intense emotions until it gets so loud and unbearable that your life seems to fall apart, even if it's something small or inconvenient. Like it's a reflection of the dissonance or the disturbance within as a result of not having dealt with whatever it is that needs to be dealt with. And there's always something that needs to be dealt with. Unless you're an enlightened monk and you have absolutely no worries. But most of us are not there. So moving on to tomorrow, the 24th of March, being a 37, which simplifies down to a 1. As a cycle ends, of course, a new cycle begins. And so with the energy of the 1, it's really about stepping into your authority and your leadership, having that clarity of the cycle that has previously been completed. Now we start again. Now we start new. Now we have this new wave of empowerment led by the vision, which is led by the heart. And I think this is going to be a topic that I put more focus on because our intuition has no capacity of lying. Our body has no mechanism to lie. Only our mind comes up with all sorts of reasons, logical, illogical trains of thought that derail us from what we truly know inside. And so it's the same thing when it comes to getting in tune with numbers, not just the numbers in your energetic blueprint, in your code, but all numbers, because they're all part of our code. And they're always forms of messages, communication, or phases where we tap into the frequency of all of these numbers. We're not exempt from any of them. They're all here to teach. And so for me, getting in tune with my own intuition is allowing me to clear my channel to receiving more intuition of my relationship with numbers. And that's the artistry of staying committed and consistent with one specific craft, right? For me, it's numerology, and this is what I love, and I am really grateful for it. And so, yeah, whatever that looks like for you, stepping out of the mind into the heart and really taking steps forward with full clarity and honesty and transparency with yourself to be that force of independence that is required from you to create the life you're looking and trying to create. I wanted to rephrase that. I don't like trying, because trying means you're trying, and when you can just do, that's another topic for me. I've noticed so much resistance in the last week for me to go back on the street and start recording and offer free numerology readings. I haven't done that for a few days because, one, I'm out of storage on my devices. Two, I've been completing commitments for other videography projects. And three, all of these are excuses. And I see that. And so I'm grateful that this level of clarity has like finally hit home for me today on a 9-day for me. And so from tomorrow, I choose to take massive action and go back on the streets, even if it's just for a few hours. Get back into that rhythm of connecting with people, shedding away any shyness or anxiety of being vulnerable out in the public as hundreds of people are walking past me while I'm playing the guitar, just offering a free numerology reading. Like, that's scary stuff. But it's what I've chosen to do, and that's the path that I know will lead to my quickest expansion and progress in the direction that my heart is choosing to go to. And so that's what I'll do. And I hope this message, this transmission, inspires you to connect with your own heart, your vision, your intuition into creating the kind of outcome that you choose for yourself. And it's not easy. It takes a lot of honesty with yourself, and it takes a lot of self-reflection to be fully transparent and just seeing yourself, seeing the stories, seeing our past, seeing all our limitations, all the attachments we have emotionally to things, people, events in the past, and the stories that we associate to them. It's hard letting go of that because they're so emotionally charged, energetically charged. But that's the work. That's what we're here to do. And for me, I'm grateful that I have a tool like numerology that's really helped me bring so much clarity as to what are the elements that I might find myself attaching to that need to be let go. What are the lessons? What am I avoiding? That's what I'm realizing numerology is really teaching me. It's one thing, being able to highlight your gifts, but really it's in the polarity where the lessons truly are, where the growth really is. And so not only does numerology show you your strengths, it also shows you what you're avoiding. And it's such a powerful tool that at least gives you a level of guidance towards what it is you might be avoiding, instead of just like being overwhelmed by everything, as all of us are when it comes to trying to make sense of why everything is the way it is and not the way we really want it to be. Yeah, just giving me a lot of clarity, and I'm getting into a process where I'm able to deliver that clarity to you guys too. And the more I do it, the better I'll be. So really, I'm doing this for you guys. I mean, I am doing this for you guys, but I'm doing this for God. This is my way in which I can serve the divine through self-expression and self-mastery. And I know it's not going to be always easy. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And there's going to be a lot of growth. And growth is not easy, but it is fun. And so the end goal is completely irrelevant. Like, I don't have an end goal as to where this is going to lead, because it's beyond my imagination. I'm not going to put any energy into that, because if I do, I'm limiting myself, because my imagination as a human being is limited. It cannot comprehend the vastness of the potential that is possible, the infinite potential that is possible. And so I'm just going to let the powers do its thing and control what I can, which is the choices that I make and the actions that I take and the words that I use to speak to myself, but also to others, and how I show up for myself. Like, really, I'm being tested in all sorts of ways, and it's uncomfortable in all sorts of ways, but I'm here for it. This is exactly the growth that has my fire ignited. It's terrifying and exciting at the same time, and that's how I know I'm on the right path. Okay, I think that's enough for this transmission. I feel complete. I wish you a very blessed day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.